This is going to be a video that covers anything interesting that I find on the forums, on the blogs or in the books, but that doesn't really deserve its own video. I might even make this a series. Bit number 1. How often does aura hit an attacker? I remember that this question came up in one of my games, so I decided to search the forums for the answer, and I found it. For the sake of game balance, aura shouldn't damage anyone more than once per turn, otherwise you'll get silly results in close combat. Measure turn from start to start, from when I start this turn until I start my next turn. A given aura can hurt me only once, no matter what me or the person with the aura do, either during the active part of my turn or during everything that happens afterward. Aura plus melee attack is worth plus 50%, because it could affect all the attackers around you if they foolishly decided to swarm you in close combat. We eyeball that as being approximately equal to area effect 2 yards plus 50%, which always affects an area of similar size to my hex and all the hexes around me. The upside discourages attackers and requires no action, and the downside, specific trigger condition and has no range, looked like a wash. If you start adding what amounts to rapid fire to it, it soon gets out of whack. If you really want that, buy rapid fire and say the aura can affect each person up to a rate of fire times. For instance, aura plus melee attack plus rapid fire rate of fire 3 would cost plus 100% and be able to affect a given enemy up to 3 times, say once for you punching him and twice when he punches you twice. Bit number 2. Lifting is a vehicle skill. This is just something random that I stumbled upon when reading GURPS fantasy. Did you know that lifting is a vehicle skill? If a pumpkin is carried by 4 people, whose lifting level is used? The lowest, highest, or average? I don't know. Bit number 3. Malediction and Reliable. This is something I had to explain to other people multiple times, but it's nice to have a link to the explanation. The question is, if an attack like Affliction has the Malediction enhancement, can it benefit from Reliable? The answer is nope. That would utterly defeat the purpose of buying more than one level of Affliction. Affliction with Malediction gives a quick contest of will versus HT. The victim's HT is normally at a penalty equal to Affliction level -1. If Reliable is added to attacker's will, it would accomplish the same thing for far fewer points and be a cheap end run. As noted for Reliable, it isn't applicable to attacks. This includes Affliction. The follow-up question is, which, if any, of these 3 ways to increase your activation roll work for maledictions, non-afflictions like innate attack or binding as well as afflictions? The answer is Affliction plus Malediction plus Talent, yes. Affliction plus Malediction plus Reliable, no. Affliction plus Malediction plus Skills for Everyone, yes. Innate Attack plus Malediction plus Talent, yes. Innate Attack plus Malediction plus Reliable, no. Innate Attack plus Malediction plus Skills for Everyone, yes. That's why require skill roll or whatever isn't a limitation at all, and why the GM is supposed to keep a beady eye on what abilities go into a power with a talent. Reliable is forbidden mainly because it's just way too cheap in this GM control. Despite everything what Chrome said here, you rarely see anyone buy more than one level of Affliction. He has suggested alternatives, but that's something I might discuss someday in the future. Bit number 4. Do Weapon Bond and Magical Weapon Bond stack? The answer is the 2 perks are the same, one is just a variant of the other, thus you cannot stack them. Bit number 5. Increasing basic damage with an imbuement. This forum post that I found a long time ago introduces a new imbuement skill that increases basic damage, not adds a follow-up damage. Off the top of my head, I'd point out that adding basic damage is far more potent than adding follow-up damage, because it helps you overcome DR. Since follow-up damage follows essentially a +1 damage for -1 to skill, you'd want to double that for 1 damage per -2 to skill. And this is the imbuement skill that you can see on the screen right now. I'll link everything in the description. Thank you for watching and I'll see you next time.